Okay, so we've done a wee bit of teaching and we're now going to try the door again and we're going to see how that goes, okay? She actually, when I first went to the door with you on video, she wasn't actually that bad. She actually did really well, but she was locked in a cage. She normally barks and goes crazy, and when she comes out of the cage she jumps all over people and just crazy. They've had to put different flooring in the living room because she slides all over the place because she doesn't calm down. So we're going to see if we can get a difference here. Nice. So as you open the door, turn and face her. Yeah, walk towards, get your space, put her into place. Nice, so this already is better because right now everything's open. The cage is open, the barrier is open, and we're just teaching her to stay in one place psychologically as well as physically, rather than the barrier holding her back. Her respect for mum is holding her back. Very good. Little triggers are like me going, hi, how are you? Yeah. That might trigger her to come out. If she does, you just take a hold and control and back into place. Very good. Person comes in. This is much calmer. Normally the dog would be, with this cage open, the dog would normally be out here going crazy. Yeah. Is that right? Yeah, Melody. Nice. Me going up, certainly me as the stranger going up and, hello darling. That would normally definitely trigger her to go crazy and come out and all that. And what we're trying to teach her here is, I like the waggy tail. I like the waggy tail. But she's learning boundaries and learning respect. So this allows us to make a calmer state of mind. Mm-hmm. Think of her as the balloon that fills up with excitement and anxiety when she hears that door. Where now what you're doing is popping the balloon before you give the affection, which is answer the door, rather than locking the balloon away. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Yeah. So what did she do when the door went? Did she stay in place? She
initially got up.
Okay, so there was the trigger, yeah.
She came to that door here.
Okay, yep.
I just kind of pointed.
Okay, yeah.
Language first, and then she spun here.
Right.
Tried to avoid.
Yeah.
So I just calmly picked up the lead.
Yeah. So do this instead.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then good.
Yeah, good marking. Yeah, absolutely. She's learning.
I had my friend walk through.
Oh, perfect. So would she normally have jumped on her and stuff, or not that?
Crazy.
Or she goes crazy normally?
Yeah, absolutely.
And did she go crazy when she went through?
She thought about it. She went to follow her into the living room, but obviously I just told my friend to ignore her.
Yeah, good.
And yeah.
We're going to use that as a challenge in a minute then. Excellent. Let's try one more time. Okay, so sorry about my filming skills, they're not very good. But the key thing here is the goal should be when she's had trainers before, and the advice, to be honest, that it gave was awful. Like little snippets of the right thing, but just obviously didn't have an understanding of proper training. So, the last trainer was saying be as vocal as you can. The dog is jumping, lunging at dogs or whatever. Scream at the dog. Pop the head on a check chain. Tool doesn't matter. Check chain would be the wrong tool. Not that that's a bad tool, but that would be wrong. It's in so many levels. But the pop the check chain and scream no or whatever at her. And that would make me scared doing that. So everything's about getting calming everything down. So that's the goal here, and it's hard because she's obviously had some negative experience, and that wasn't even from like a purely positive animal activist nut job, which are even worse. But that was from someone who did corrections, but not in the right way. So this is the proof in the pudding here we're showing, and we're working on the door first, then on lead, off lead. All right. So let's see the door again. Good. Hi! And they're the areas where you've got to expect two maybe explosions. One is when the door goes, calmed her down. Second is when maybe she hears or sees the person, or hears the door handle or whatever. So as you're opening, you're always aware of like that pitter patter of feet. Yeah. And if she came, you just be like, 1 second, forget about me, turn and face, go back. If you need to, burst the bubble, then direction, then affection. Or like what you're doing right now is more just direction, affection, affection. So this is where the learning's happening. This is the piano lessons. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely, yeah.
Definitely learning. having a much calmer dog. Like I could be somebody that's scared of dogs right now, coming in your home, and your dog is just chilling in the bed.
Yeah,
What you're also teaching the dog here is, it's not your job, dog, to be concerned about who's coming to the door. It's my job to take care of the door. I want you. You're part of it. I call that you're in the passenger seat. You're not in the driver's seat.
Yeah. No, definitely.
You know. So what I want to do is a challenge here, because normally if she then did come out, this is beautiful that she's not coming out. But what I want to do is you then release her, okay? And let's see how she chooses to act, because normally if you opened that cage, eventually you've opened it. And somebody's came and you've then opened a cage. What would she normally do when you've then opened a cage and she comes out to them?
Just explode and
Explode.
the ceilings, the walls. She'll be on the window.
Wow, yeah, she sits on this windowsill, is that right?
She once got so excited by my fiance coming in. She, from here,
sprang
she
right
just
onto the
landed-
windowsill.
landed in the sink, and then sat on there and looked out the window.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow,
And that was
nice.
when she was 4 months old.
Nice. Yes. So because the goal is we're focusing on disciplining the mind rather than just the body. What will be interesting to see is how she acts when she then comes out of the place. Okay. So whether you're doing place just on a bed or whether you're doing it on a cage open, doesn't matter. Wonderful. The key thing is you're saying everything is more psychological barriers rather than physical barriers, okay? So very quickly, like you already don't need this unless you're using it for another reason. But if it's to almost just to make an intermittent phase to then meeting, you don't need that.
No, it was initially for house training, but
Yes.
now
And that's much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. And you might find in a week's time you're going, I don't need this now.
Yeah.
You know, and that's great. Do that.
kitchen back.
Exactly, get your kitchen back. You might even have like a dining table in your kitchen rather than
I know that's
this,
the
you know.
trick, isn't it?
Could you imagine? So I want you to release her from there. So you're just going to go pick up the lead. Or do whatever you like, yeah, you're fine. Okay, if you've said it once, what do you need to do now to help her? That's right. And drop the leash, drop it. Nice, just say good. Well done. So now she's trying to figure out what am I meant to do. Okay, because normally I would come out and I'd be drunk and jumping all over and being crazy. Now, notice what part of her body she's using now rather than what she normally uses.
Yeah,
So what she normally uses would be eyes and excited and crazy. But now what we're getting is more nose. Because if our goal is to have her meet a dog with her nose, then we have to have her meet people who she's not aggressive with her nose. So now she's just like, I'm just going to go and chill here. But that's a much safer state of mind. Hello, Nova. Hello, darling. Oh, it's a baba. Oh, it's a baba. Oh, hello. So I can even get excited with her. Oh, it's a baba. You know, and she's learning to be, you've taught her there to almost be a bit more puppyish and but respectful about it.
Yeah.
You know, this is how I'd expect her to meet as a 7-month-old, to be honest. This is how I'd expect her to meet other dogs and people. Is more kind of, her natural way is a bit more excited, submissive.
Yeah.
Kind of like this wee snake. But what she does, from what you've described, well, I only know how she meets humans, you know, and that's not even a danger, as in you're not worried about her biting people. She's just overexcited. But you're worried about is with other dogs, that's even more extreme.
Yeah.
So she learns to meet too excited.
Yeah.
And what
like
we're trying to have her meet is more calm.
Yeah, like I'm aware of like how the law is, and like a dog doesn't have to.
She doesn't have to do anything. She could bark at someone in the
Yeah,
street
exactly.
and they can get you done for that.
Exactly.
You know,
so that's why.
And you know, I agree and disagree with that, you know, but it's
Yeah.
like somebody can choose to be offended.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I'm offended, so I'm, you know. But they could also just be offended because you've got a German Shepherd and it's just, so the whole thing is ridiculous. But
Yeah.
your dog has to be better behaved than other dogs.
Yeah.
Because if that was a Labrador or a Spaniel, it'd almost be okay.
Yeah.
But because, or a wee Lhasa or something, but because it's a German Shepherd, it's not.
I've always said.
So the key thing is us teaching her to be very, very respectful. Good job. You're doing very well. Well done, Nova. You're my supernova.